Hey there, fellow knowledge seekers. Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of electronics? Today, we're going to unravel the mysteries behind a concept that every electronics enthusiast must know about: reactance of capacitors and inductors. Reactance, my friends, is the inherent opposition that capacitors and inductors offer to alternating current flow. Think of it as a roadblock that these electronic components create in the path of the alternating current. Let's start with capacitors, shall we? A capacitor is like a temporary reservoir for electric charge. When an alternating current is applied, the voltage across a capacitor goes up and down. But there's a catch. Capacitors aren't fans of sudden changes in voltage. They resist these changes by storing up energy while the voltage increases, and releasing it when the voltage decreases. This resistance, my friends, is known as capacitive reactance. But what about inductors? Brace yourselves, because inductors bring their own special brand of reactance to the table. Inductors are like traffic cops for electrical current. When an alternating current flows through an inductor, it builds up a magnetic field around itself. This magnetic field creates quite the resistance when the current tries to change. This resistance, my friends, is known as inductive reactance. It's like an invisible fortress that the inductor creates, making it more difficult for the current to flow freely. Now, here comes the juicy part. Both capacitors and inductors have their own unique types of reactances, which depend on the frequency of the alternating current and the values of these components. For capacitors, the reactance decreases as the frequency of the alternating current increases. However, for inductors, it's the opposite. Reactance increases with frequency. And here's where these concepts come into play in the real world, my friends. Reactance of capacitors and inductors is crucial in designing various electronic devices, from power supplies to speakers and everything in between. Understanding these concepts helps us optimize circuits and ensures that they perform efficiently. So, my fellow knowledge seekers, capacitive and inductive reactance are the roadblocks that capacitors and inductors build to resist changes in current flow. They are the building blocks of electronic circuits, making them an essential part of our technological world. Hope you find this video helpful and have a great day, my beautiful people.